When it comes to communicating, we as human beings have a number of different methods that we can choose from. Among the top three are oral, visual, and electronic. For my English 250 assignment 6, I'll talk about three different assignments that I had for each of these categories, what I liked about the assignments, and what I could improve for next time. To start off with, in the oral communication category, I chose assignment 4, which was the visual rhetorical analysis. With this assignment, I thought I did a nice job of being able to clearly relay information to my audience and giving them lots of relevant details, so I didn't leave them wondering about the topic after I had explained something. One thing I learned after giving my presentation was that I need to talk much slower. So I tend to talk very fast when I'm giving a speech, and that can kind of cram a lot of detail together and leave things a little confusing for the audience. So I realized by sticking to my main points, I should be better able to get across just enough information so that I don't give the audience too much in a short amount of time, and I don't leave them with extra questions at the end. I also thought I did a nice job of retaining the audience's attention by adding fun visuals and a number of relevant details that keep them entertained. So I added this picture of the sloth because it reminds me to slow down, but also to incorporate how I use good visuals. Moving on to the visual category, I chose assignment 4 again, and assignment 5, which was the documented essay, or the research paper. Here I did a nice job of including visuals in my essays because they were required, but also so I could further explain things I was talking about in my paper. They're very useful to clarify topics because, as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So I thought that was a very nice way so I could talk about something, give details, and then clearly show it also in my essay. One thing I wanted to do for next time was to integrate images, such as a newspaper, directly into the text. So it kind of breaks up the monotony of just reading or having to flip back to the appendix to find the specific image I was talking about. But I did run into a couple problems with that. It was very difficult to integrate the images. Words got scattered in random places. So I'm going to try and redo that for my revision of assignment 4, and hopefully it'll work out better this time. Moving on to electronic communication, I chose 3 different assignments here again. Assignment 4 again, the electronic communication presentations, as well as my learner blogs, all of which do a nice job of showing how proficient I am in communicating electronically. With assignment 4, I gave a PowerPoint presentation again, but I thought it was a very nice job, well written, that I could use my essay as sort of a script or an outline for my presentation. So that helped me stick to my main details again, give the audience enough information to not have too many questions at the end, but also helped me kind of as a map through what I wanted to mention and what I wanted to tell the audience. Also with the electronic communications, I thought those were a fun way for everyone in the class to kind of show everybody what they thought was a cool app or a new way to give a presentation, or even just a useful thing you can do on your computer for taking notes or something like that. So those are a very modern way of showing others how we communicate and what you can communicate with online. And then lastly, the learner blogs I thought were a lot of fun because it clearly shows that communicating is becoming more and more modern, more and more over the web, things like that, because it's not necessarily all written down or saved on your hard drive. It could be stored on a server on a computer somewhere, and that's a lot of how people communicate is over the web now instead of face-to-face. So all of these show how I'm proficient in communicating electronically, and I thought it was very important that today especially we be good at communicating electronically. So to sum it all up, whenever we're communicating together as human beings, it's very important that we weave every different style of communicating together so that we can clearly and accurately relay the information that needs to be said. So it's very important that we use written, oral, visual, and electronic ways of communicating so that everyone knows what needs to be said, or we can relay ideas and make sure that we're always communicating as efficiently as possible. So these are my citations, and if there's any questions, you can contact me via the YouTube profile found at the bottom of this video. So, thank you.